fought Fulcrum yesterday, and what was the score for that one? That was...
It was 3-1.
It was 3-1. So Fulcrum dropping one to them, and that was a fast cap. I'm not sure. Total Police, I'm not sure what to think of them. I didn't get to get a feel for their performance because I feel like Fulcrum was a lot better than them.
Yeah, they just kind of was able to dominate from their position. But that's most of the times when you go up against Fulcrum, you can't really gauge too much of the skill. Even if you're the second best, Fulcrum sometimes can make you look pretty bad.
Yeah.
We actually have the guys on Skype right now using our face-off screen, so let's go ahead and head over to them for our pregame interview. Randall, why don't you open it up?
Hi, Turtle Police. So, after yesterday's matches, how are you guys feeling about your placement in the league? How do you guys feel like you stand up against other teams? I know Fulcrum is probably the hardest guys in your group, so do you feel like it's good to be past that fight, or how does that affect you as a team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think getting the toughest fight out of the way first is definitely a good thing, and we're looking forward to really pushing ourselves and succeeding for the rest of the league.
Did you feel like you got a lot of weaknesses pointed out in your team and your style that you were able to come out of and maybe practice and fix and alter?
Yeah, definitely. So Airfield, when we played them on Airfield, we kind of got smashed, and we've been trying to address that in particular, but other things, yeah, among that.
Cool, that's good to hear. And then Simpletankers. I know I'm not sure what to expect from you guys. So are you going to win this one, or do you know if Turtle Police can you beat them?
We can definitely beat them. I mean, anybody can beat anybody, but I'm not so sure. I didn't get to watch Turtle Police's gameplay from yesterday, and I know that we didn't get streamed too much, so I think it's going to be a bit exciting. We don't really know what we're going to do when we're going into this. It's going to be pretty fair, I think.
Yeah, I mean, definitely expect nonetheless from a clan from Sim. But we do have to say, Junior, that Simp didn't look too good earlier tonight. Simplistic kind of got rolled in the first match. You get nerve. Are you going to restore the honor of your clan?
I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to try my hardest.
Well, I'm really looking forward to some good play. You carried me in the bat chat in a couple of platoon matches as well, so I appreciate that. Hopefully you can carry your...
Gotta get you some money. Gotta get you money.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta get those credits to get my
So, what about some controversy here? I want to hear if they have any words for each other.
Yes, let's go ahead and throw it. The Lord Commander, do you have anything to say to your opponent?
Just good luck, I guess.
Well, that's definitely one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. How could you
say
something like that?
I'm definitely gonna have to go as bad as him and say good luck to.
Wow,
Aren't
these
they just
guys
civil?
really hate each other. I can't wait to get into the first match between Simpletankers and
Such animosity.
Man, you guys need to really calm down. Right now. Relax, it's just a game, fellas.
We need like a civility rule now because of these guys.
We're gonna write it into
we need to calm it down a little bit.
It's a little overwhelming here. I don't know.
Not good. Not good.
Can we broadcast that stuff?
Well, regardless, we're going to enjoy the match very much, but before we do that, we also have our coin flip, and I believe Simpletankers, right, has the seed advantage.
Turtle Police has
no,
the seed.
I apologize.
Yep.
It's Turtle Police. So Turtle Police, Lord Commander, you call the coin flip in the virtual air.
Heads.
All right, heads, and the final verdict is tails. So, Junior, you have the choice of the map unless you want to defer.
I will take Himmelsdorf.
Oh.
Okay, and Lord Commander, what spawn positions will Turtle Police take?
We'll take south.
All right, so south side will go to Turtle Police, north will go to Simpletankers. Good luck, gentlemen, on the battlefield.
Thanks.
Good luck.
All right, so that was Junior and Lord Commander from Simpletankers and Turtle Police. Randall, real quick, what's your prediction on the series as a whole? Who do you think is going to be able to take it?
I think I'm going to go Simpletankers. I know a lot of the players. I really feel like they can do it. We didn't get to see all of their matches, didn't we?
No, we did not. We missed the first game or two.
I haven't actually gotten a chance to watch the replays yet. I really wanted to today, but it was just too busy, too much stuff to do.
I heard there's some fun games as
well.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be impressed when I watched them, so I'm going to have to get to it.
Some of the replays that we'll be going through. And we're going to be going through our replays for lots of stats, by the way. We do want to remind people that we do have all these things tracking, so we'll be able to unveil those throughout the broadcast in the upcoming weeks. Oh, yeah. So I'm really excited to get underway. The first map is Himmelsdorf, like mentioned, and we again are rejoined on the set by Andre to talk about Himmelsdorf and maybe what we can expect, granted that we know both teams' spawn positions. Andre, take it away.
All right, guys. Well, Himmelsdorf, definitely one of the enclosed maps, urban maps. Let me just go ahead and pull this up really quick. For those of you guys just tuning in, of course, that might not know Himmelsdorf and gameplay on this particular map, because it is an urban map, it's actually very difficult to just go charging out guns blazed. And that's simply because you can see how many different like obstructions there are, different places where you can hide behind to defend. Of course, there's going to be one. I guess I should use my marks. There's going to be one over.
That's what they're there for, Andre.
I mean, from the north side, there's all of this location to just be defensive, right? And same thing for the bottom side, as you can see. Just all these different places where you can hide behind and really stop any incoming pushes. That's why things slow down and map gets split straight across. Now, a lot of metagame and mind games get played all the way up here on the hill, the castle, etc. And that's because there's a lot of little pushes that you can do. There's not a lot of entrances. It's on a raised ground, so it's very difficult for you to see up. And from that, you can kind of start to assemble some sort of push over either into either of the flag caps. But the most important thing to realize is when you do that, you do concentrate a lot of tanks to the hill that's out of the side of the position. So you need a lot of time because you can get countered during that time if you're trying to take hill control. That's why scouting is going to be very important on this map. Can't be losing T1s, can't be trading out at any time in the beginning phases.
It's really interesting, too, that you brought it up because today we haven't seen too much fight over the hill itself. It seems either one team is going to really commit to a big flank, and then they can't even back off because they realize they're getting capped fast. Or fast capped, or even just both teams ignore the hill. It hasn't been a point of contention compared to some other games that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, it seems like one of those positions on a map where if you just don't give it any value or importance, it doesn't actually have to mean anything. That's why if you play the west side, hill can...
Kind of like hurtful words.
Oh, amazing. Who'd have thought?
I wish someone told me that in 3rd grade. Let's go ahead and pull up the bios of Turtle Police and run down what's the roster. Go ahead, Randall.
Yeah, so you've got Lord Commander, the captain that we just saw a moment ago, Parrot 1, a Pyro, VP Cheney, Protector of the Realm, Bao Bao, Bubsky, Akiyama, Memory Leak, and Baxtaz. That's a cool name.
If I joined that team, I'd have the name Day. That way I can be battle buddies with Bao Bao, and we would be Day Bao Bao.
Day Bao Bao.
Day Bao Bao.
Right? Did I get it right this time,
Yes,
Andre?
you did.
A year ago,
Bao
Andre
Bao.
made that reference on cast, and I did not get it. And I just didn't know it, so I purposely went back to watch all the clips on YouTube to make sure I get it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre, for
That's
that
effort.
enculturation.
You guys must...
Because we have been battle buddies for years now.
That's right. Battle buddies for life.
You know what it means, don't you? Battle buddies for life.
FL.
I'm glad.
Let's talk about Simpletankers. So you guys met Junior, the team captain, as well as some other members from Simp. Do you know these guys as well?
Oh, yeah. We all know Junior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also know Pub Whisperer, Z-Slayer, Hack, Zakume, Enderis, J-Smooth, Tarho. And I was corrected on this one. I think it was...
Not Rutherford.
Yeah, but Ruthven.
Ruthven
Carlisle. And then Kill Panic. I actually don't know...
Is that his real name?
I have no idea.
Because it's a guy named Ruth, for sure.
That would actually... I would think that would be kind of a cool name to have, in a way. I mean, for in elementary and middle school, it would be terrible. But like after a while, your name would be Ruthven.
That's true, I guess. It's just it's a very interesting take on a very classical name. That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens on the first map. The countdown has begun for Himmelsdorf. Remember, this is match number 4 between Simpletankers and Turtle Police. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. Let's get into the game. Right as Trouble 2 was leaving the set, he whispered to us that he thinks Turtle Police will take the match. We'll have to find out what happens. Turtle Police is your red team in the southern part of Himmelsdorf as chosen by Lord Commander. And we have Simpletankers, the blue team, in the north side. Also motioning towards the east, going for that hill control. Andre, let's go ahead and break down a little bit more in depth about what's going on.
Well, hill control, as I was talking about before, gives you a lot of options aggressively, but you have to be careful not to be caught overextended whenever you take the hill control, you will be overextended, whether it's a tier 8 or 2 tier 1s. It's definitely a high priority to take to be aggressive, but also a big risk. And that being said, look at how many tanks are being committed over to this hill. All 5 tier 8s are going up here. And guess what? The tier 1s, they're kind of shortly behind, too.
They're just making sure to cover their tracks. J Smooth and Z Slayer making sure that any kind of quick flank can be spotted, as Simpletankers is going to make a big push. Do you like what's going on here, Randall, for Simpletankers?
I'm not sure if I like it. It's 5100s going up to the hill. I would have said it's better to send T69s up to the hill because of gun depression, and there's some positional play that really suits T69s as opposed to 5100s. But I mean, if you want to send 5100s up to the hill, sure thing. And here they go. We're going to meet Pub Whisperers getting spotted. I think Lord Commander's probably spotted too.
Yes. Oh yes, he is.
They've
oh,
been
and
exchanged, but
Junior
the big thing is
coming around
also
the
the flank, which, just like you pointed out, Randall, is going to be very tough for Turtle Police to respond to this. Lord Commander immediately getting shot on his side. Will have to turn and angle accordingly. Protector of the Realm trying to fire and get out of there as soon as possible. Lord Commander might try to stall as long as they can, and screens to take the shot. Pub Whisperer isn't done, though. He's going to go for a back exposed Protector of the Realm, and on the hot pursuit, Simpletankers is going to charge down the 0 line.
Let's see if Protector of the Realm can actually get away. I think Pub Whisperer might now be on his reload, but he's not a shooting. He goes down.
He did get a good roll, but it wasn't enough, and Bao Bao is going to be limited on this. Time is limited on this map, as Pub Whisperer doesn't even want to waste a shot. He kind of wants to crush the poor T1 Cunningham. Meanwhile, Turtle Police is going to take the initiative to go for a fast cap. Did Bao Bao stall for enough time? He's doing a good job actually delaying Pub Whisperer for being able to do anything.
Yep, well, he is on reload, I believe, so he's not actually going to be able to shoot him. He has to ram him. So now we've got 3 on cap, 23 seconds left, and J Smooth is returning to cap, but he is a T1. I'm not sure he can actually stop the cap at this point, as Memory Leak is going to peek out here and try to go for the shot.
They can't be too cocky because we do have a couple tanks from Simpletankers moving back. Junior and Tarho trying to get a big reset. 4 seconds on the clock. Is Turtle Police really going to do this? No, a reset from behind as Z Slayer was able to get a shot along with Tarho, getting another ram. Another couple of seconds have been bought here for Simpletankers, but Junior is now trying to go in and stall for as long as possible. A shot has been pulled off here on Memory Leak, and Junior has bought more time. Simpletankers going for a full retreat. They're not going to try to go for reverse cap. Instead, they're going to try to go for the full-out extermination on their opponents.
Yep, and now we have Zakumi on cap, and Pyro is at full health, and here goes Bubsky. He is going to go down. Memory Leak is just finishing his reload right now, but he's going to down 161, and he's finished. Not enough time to reload. Pyro is left all alone, and Bao Bao on the other side of the map wasn't able to help out on this cap. Pyro all alone. It is over. GG's to Simpletankers here as they stop the cap, delaying it just enough. That T1 did damage to a T69 on cap, delaying it just enough.
Yeah, I gotta have to hand it over to Z Slayer, as he was an absolute hero. Turtle Police was seconds away from being able to close out the match, but instead, the exact opposite is true. Bao Bao, there's the ram that we've been waiting for, as Pyro will be the last member from Turtle Police to drop, and Simpletankers takes game number 1 after able to catch their opponents out of position on the hill and able to get back to the flag just in time. That could have been complete disaster for Simpletankers, as they got the initial lead on the hill against 2 AMX 5100s. Maybe the highlight was just to kind of symbolize the lemming effect of just how when one person seems to take a charge, everyone follows in pub matches.
I don't have that in pub matches. When I charge, it's usually alone.
Right, and everyone leaves.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. But in some cases, when it's like the worst possible position to follow somebody, it seems like everyone does it.
Usually it's the worst decision, though, not the good one.
That's just how it works. That's how the coin flips,
yeah.
if you will. Welcome to Ensk. Over in the bottom half of the map, we have the red team, Turtle Police, currently down 0-1 and taking the F line, a very common position to do, over to the western half of the map. And we have Simpletankers, the blue team in the north, who is responding with an equally strong dominant position, taking the Greed Torp corner. That's what I'm calling E2.
What makes it the Greetorf corner?
Because that's where he goes every time.
Oh yeah, he does kind of go over there.
He just waits for someone to poke out into F2 and just shoots him.
Yeah, that is a pretty good spot though.
You have to reverse angle there.
Oh, definitely. Although if you have the right
Easiest
tank,
reverse
if you have the right tank, you can
At
bait
F2.
you can bait a really nice shot off your front. Well, not if you're an IS-3, I guess, but.
It depends. If sometimes my teammates are also very silly. Is one way to put it. And they let the one line get compromised and they get shot from D1.
Actually, we do have a cool example of reverse angling right here on a Pyro. He's reverse angled on his corner up the one line. It's nice. This is a perfect example actually of reverse angling. His front, however, on the
Are we
IS-3.
capturing right now?
No. Oh yeah. Yeah, we are.
So we can
I
put
think
this in
so.
a tank tip.
Oh, that would be nice.
Rando's been trying to get clips of reverse angling.
Well,
all
I
day.
want to get clips of it working really well. That's what I want to get.
I can give you any one of my replays.
It seems reverse angling is very effective against me.
Yeah. Although the one weakness about an IS-3 in reverse angle is you see how his front plate there is pretty much flat as opposed to
Yeah.
whenever you have the normal pike nose. Oh, he actually turns it in slightly. Funny. That's the one weakness in there. If you get around the corner just enough, you
Easy
can
to
get a shot on the flat front. However, if he were to turn himself all the way around, oh, sorry.
Your right hand's really shaky there, buddy.
It just my mouse is so sensitive.
You can just always let go.
Sometimes it just randomly spins.
I think it's a metaphor for real life, Randall. I think it's just time to let go.
Either
No.
that or you have the
You're-
same
you're
problem
trying to
Ray
control.
Charles had, which I do not agree with.
That
I do not have that problem, sir.
that they're both brilliant musicians in their own way.
I was pretty good at the trombone.
The
in high school.
instrument
Anyway.
of destruction is a tank. It's an active scout tank. Turtle Police hasn't really made any motion to advance upwards the one line yet. Of course, we've seen strategies like this, or sorry, outcomes like this with Nerve versus Simplistic in the very beginning of the night.
Yeah.
And then Nerve says, you know what, you think we're going to just turtle up over by D line. We're going to back up from that row and just completely go for a cat fast down to 6.
Yeah, that was a really cool cat fast to watch, and I'm actually liking that kind of strategy in play.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's so slow, but you can see how effective it works.
Yeah, and it sets up like a lot of confusion and mind games because you're not sure. Because the best part is how well they sold it. They said, we keep showing you the same tanks you already spot. Nothing's changing. And the T1s were not able to get good information as you see the typical perches at B1 and over in E1.
Ooh, I see some pinging coming out from Turtle Police here. They are telling Bubsky here to go up and proxy spot. I think he's a little exposed right now to be proxy spotting. If someone were to pop out and just shoot him right now, he would go down. Like Roosevelt.
Speak of
Oh,
the
and
devil.
there, speaking of the devil,
Zakume is able to finish off Bubsky, who was a little bit over ambitious. Parrot 1 trying to move into a spot to potentially get a nice free hit, but is forced to back off. And that's going to be a little bit annoying for Turtle Police.
Yeah, that is just, they failed to cover their T1 properly. You have to cover your T1. If you're going to use a proxy spot like that, you have to take control of the E2 courtyard. You have to put people inside so that you can proxy spot and do something with it. But, you know, a little bit too aggressive putting Bubsky out there and then not bringing your other tanks up. So.
That's right. T1s are your delicate butterflies, which must be caressed and delicately handled. And as a result, Turtle Police has set it too free, has been shot down. Meanwhile, Simpletankers can just continue to slowly but surely advance down the 0 line. I think Jay Smooth there, as we just saw on the camera from Greetorp, that he was just making sure no one's coming up there. It just generally seems we're not seeing much field play nowadays. Everyone's moving over towards the city.
With the way Artie's changed, I mean, you got the Bison moved up to Tier 3, and it was the amazing tank of Tier 2. I mean, you brought those heat rounds, and if you had a good Bison player,
450 average.
yeah,
Being
exactly.
able to penetrate and just do massive hits.
Exactly. It was just so much damage that you could do, and now you can't really bring that. It's not worth it anymore. So the problem is you can't really bring Artie and be that effective, or you have to be so effective with an artillery piece that I don't think most Artie players are ready for that right now, especially the way Artie's changed. I mean,
Yeah, we saw
people are
someone
gonna
bring a T-57 or something.
that was not very effective though, as we saw. That was
It's a pretty good tank destroyer in low tier games.
yeah, in low tiers,
Yeah.
but
I
unfortunately,
always die. I'm like, wow, I got hit by a T-57. I looked it
Yeah.
up. I'm like, that's an artillery. I'm like, but he was like 10 feet away.
well,
10
you can
feet away
direct
from me.
fire in it. I mean,
No, just because of how low the turret can
oh
depress.
yeah. Well,
just
it's
absolutely
not
insane.
really a turret on the T-50.
Oh, sorry, the
It's
the
like
gun.
a huge gun mounted on sticks.
How low the gun can depress relative to an arty is quite impressive.
Yeah, most
Another
Artie-
T-57 hurts too.
Yeah, but that's tier 10.
It still hurts.
Well
Ruka.
played.
It hurts
Or
so
well
much,
played.
but need it be said.
Anyway, so right now you have a tier 1 advantage if you're Simpletankers. What do you do at this position, Ruka?
Well, you just abuse it. I mean, you've got some great vision advantage. Although, of course, Simpletankers does Oh, wait, that's Turtle Police. They're
Yes.
pushing, and we're going in.
Ruthven taking some free shots. It's not like they didn't escape unscathed, though. Bao Bao did take a shot as well. Zakume and Ruthven's just going to posture up over by the E2 building and try to get into a nice hold-down spot. Meanwhile, nice easy shots from Zakume on Memory League. You can't really take those shots from the T69. You need to kind of get behind in formation. Turtle Police is starting to get surrounded as we have a couple members, Z-Slayer and Pub Whisperer, trying to go over to the 1 line and get some nice crossfire.
There we lose a T69. Parrot 1 goes down to 25100s.
Another shot, Bao Bao drops, and all of a sudden Turtle Police is down 3 members. A Pyro might be next on the list, and it is. Z-Slayer gets the finishing shot. Simpletankers able to get the superior positioning, and now they're getting every single shot they want imaginable. Ruthven does drop, but it comes at a price of Turtle Police has to lose Memory League, and now down to just their captain, Lord Commander, the only member alive for Turtle Police.
Yep, he is all alone. I don't know if he spent all of his shells yet. I wasn't able to see if he did that, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get any shots on anyone. He's just kind of driving around desperately trying to get kills. Oh, he does have shots. He goes for Pub Whisperer. He's going to use his body to block.
He's trapped. It's a trap. Now Lord Commander cannot escape as he is in the jail of Simpletankers Zakume and is going to drop. Lord Commander Simpletankers takes battle 2. We'd like to also give another shout out to Mr. Joshua Clutch Gray, who is giving us the helicopter view. Over in the northern part of the map, the red team currently charging the middle with the WZ-130-32. The 132, not a 130-32. It is Turtle Police, currently down 0-2, needs to make something happen, and they've chosen Proc as the 3rd battle. Blue Simpletankers, the team in the blue, they seem to have taken an approach similar to the Cunninghams on this map, where they're, or sorry, rather simplistic on this map, where they're going to take the middle F-line Bulls. Randall, what's your take on this map?
Well, I am liking Bao Bao's nice little scouting here, and the support off in the west is what we've come to expect, a few 1390s, T69 waiting off in the wings to support this 132 if anyone were to peek over. And we see that Simpletankers is smart enough not to expose themselves too much because they will take fire and they know it. But I believe we're seeing Turtle Police move up here as Bao Bao scouts more and more to try and cover the approach of Parrot 1 and a Pyro leading the way here.
Oh, but he's been spotted. Parrot 1 has been spotted by Junior, and that might motion Simpletankers to rotate, as a lot of them are still in the G6 railroad tracks, using that little hill as security over on the right side. And now almost all members of Turtle Police has been spotted over by the 2 line.
Parrot 1 taking plenty of time to zero his shot, not going to waste a shot on a T1. I'm not sure if he's going to reload right now, but he is. No, he's not indicating that he's reloaded, and I think he's kept his shells. He's waiting for Junior to become exposed.
Big shot coming out and barely missing a Parrot 1, as we do have Turtle Police just being very careful, but now they're also making a sharp cut across the E-line, and they're going to try to see if they can get the jump on Junior. Junior taking big shots, now down to 177, and the WZ-132 is critical for this tank composition to be able to be effective, considering on how effective it is. Junior gets a good roll, survives with 17 health left, and needs to get out of there, but he doesn't, as both WZ-132s will drop for both teams.
Yep, but now we have Simpletankers over the middle. They are aggressing. They're taking control. They have taken out a T1, the WZ, so it is dead even right now. We've got a T1 and a Tier 8, both down for both teams. I'm actually interested on seeing this Pershing, if no one noticed. Jay Smooth's driving a Pershing.
I did not notice. We did not have time to go over tank composition. We can talk a little bit about that. We'll probably toss it over to Greetorp after this game is over. Lord Commander trying to hide behind a rock. Say, Jay Smooth, get away from me. I don't want anything to do with your Pershing, but he might not have a choice. No is not an answer. It's not an option in this regard. Although Lord Commander's doing a good job dodging.
Jay Smooth missing his very, very important shot to kill Lord Commander.
Actually, wow, great job. Great evasion from Lord Commander.
Actually, probably a great evasion right there. He did play the rock very well and baited the shot. Ooh, Jay Smooth is exposed.
Now, Pyro's taking a shot, just like you mentioned, Rookhill. Lots of unnecessary damage taken by Jay Smooth, and the Pershing almost down to 1 shot remaining.
Would have been it might be a waste of a very potentially good tank here, as Z-Slayer, Tarho, and Darius are all aggressing, jumping on a Pyro as quickly as they can, trying to catch him out alone. They know that Turtle Police right now is kind of spread out, and they're going to try and capitalize on that.
Oh no, the Pershing was taken down. Memory League was able to finish it off, and they do manage to catch Z-Slayer as well, who took a lot of damage. Tunnel visioning on A Pyro. Z-Slayer had to burn his kit and everything in order to escape, but Memory League was able to finish off with his T69. What do you know? T69 coming back into relevance as Turtle Police has 5 kills in their favor with 5 members up. Simpletankers is now down to just Enderis and Tarho at 1390 and a T69.
Well, Tarho is going to leave his rock and go to the low ground. I don't know if this is a smart choice for him. That rock he was in, I would have said, was a strong position, but he is going to try and rejoin Enderis. This is the perfect time, I would think, for a Pyro and Parrot 1 to get some free damage in there, but Parrot 1 is not going to do that. He's going to actually back away from the rock he was in, and Tarho is lit as Lord Commander does spot him. Parrot is going to re-approach, and Memory Leak is actually coming in. I'm thinking we're going to see Turtle Police here finish it up, clean it up, get the high ground here, and it's over in just a minute or two.
Yep, they don't want to press too far in tunnel vision the same way that Simpletankers did. They're just going to make sure to slowly but surely push up the line as Lord Commander trying to get the spots before they can commit to anything. Tarho has been lit up, as well as Enderis. Both remaining members of Simpletankers has now been detected, and that can allow Turtle Police to initiate the final measures of the game. Tarho's down to 400 health. He can just take 2 shots and drop, and that'll allow Turtle Police to start clawing their way back into the series, cut into the lead 1-2 behind a great play, honestly, behind Lord Commander and Memory League.
Yep, that was Lord Commander did get caught out there here at the end, but he did reveal exactly where the 1390 was.
He did exactly what he needed to do all game. And again, A Pyro is also able to bait out a lot of attention from Simpletankers. Enderis is on his last few hits, and that will do it. Game number 3 goes to Turtle Police, who's now only down 1-2 and showing lots of life in Pro Horovka.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Steps. As you clearly can see that there is only one thing remotely interesting to film on map intros. It's the cabin, and it's the other side of the cabin, and it's the other side of the cabin.
Yeah.
And the railroad tracks.
The railroad tracks are cool, but I think what about the nice rolling hills? I thought the features were kind of cool.
Yeah, they're very billowy. I mean, there's a great feature, and the juxtaposition and the contours of it are very enticing, but it's still hills in the end. But that's kind of what Steps is, and that could play into, well, Turtle Police or Simpletankers' advantage if they want to be able to push using the hills. Yeah. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. In fact, we're back at square one.
So it's the same lineup, the same setup again? Because I'm seeing actually, let's see, almost the same positions. Bao Bao's shifted to a different bush this time. Good job, Bao Bao. No one will suspect that bush this time, especially since it isn't probably the best position to actually use. As a passive position, this is...
Will someone be detected this game?
Bao Bao certainly won't be. Not in that bush and not from any... Yeah, there's pretty huge blind spots and really only 2 lanes of vision for him. So I guess if someone charged up straight along this direction that I'm looking here, maybe he wouldn't get spotted. But then you've got the T69s watching other directions, T1s. It's a pretty decent coverage. I mean, as far as camping positions goes, this one's pretty solid. It's just that they're not going to go anywhere.
I hope they brought their tents, because we're in for a pretty long camp road.
Yep.
I don't think so, guys. There's a big push across the side. Pub Whisperer trying to line up a shop on Bubski.
Okay.
It will not happen, but the WZ-132 is all the way over here, and he's been able to see a lot, which paves a way for the other tanks behind him. There are 2 T-69s and 2 AMX 1390s that are able to close the position pretty fast here, as over on the opposite side, Z-Slayer and J-Smooth are the ones that are just zoning out completely.
Pub Whisperer
Detection. Pub Whisperer has been revealed. Actually, that's a big spot for Turtle Police. Bubski able to get the vision. And that might make Turtle Police do something.
It means something. That WZ-132, now that they know he's back there, you can keep him back there. If T-69s move into the right positions, if he wants to... Oh, wow, he does get out just in time. T-69s are not in position to keep him in there. He realizes he was spotted. So getting out of there is the right move. He doesn't want to get caught and possibly stranded.
And now a big spot has been noticed for Simpletankers as Z-Slayer was able to see a few members of Turtle Police advancing over to the 2 line. In fact, it's not just 1 or 2 tanks, it's 5 of them. And it's the 5 that can do a lot of damage as well. Bao takes a shot on his WZ-132 for free. And Simpletankers will try to evacuate Z-Slayer from there as soon as possible.
Yep, he was chasing down Z-Slayer in the T1, and he actually hit a rock, which gave the Z-Slayer just enough time to escape. And, well, he doesn't escape anymore. Parrot 1 gets the shot, but Bao has taken a hit because of some really reckless driving.
Would you rather lose the T1, or would you rather take a hit on a light tank?
I'd say if Bao had killed the T1, it would have been fine, but the amount of time that the seconds lost in that,
matters.
It matters.
It does matter,
time.
especially if it's not the WZ-132. It's an autoloader that has to expend a bullet. He has to kind of make that decision whether or not to clip or to just, you know, fire with one less bullet in his arsenal. Bao's going to get a pretty big scout. We've been seeing A, 3, and 4 be a critical spot for light tanks to be able to get a good position in flank. But Simpletankers is going to try to close in on the position using a nice base clef formation and trying to clamp down on Bao. He's in a lot of trouble trying to escape from the situation. Junior will not let him escape and try to line up the last shot, but he doesn't manage to finish the kill. We'll have to shoot one more time. Bao dodging as many bullets as he can. Will he be able to evacuate in time? And it looks like he will be able to get to safety.
Wow, that was a ton of missed shots out of Simpletankers. I counted at least 5 shots whiffing right there. That is so huge. Bao has 60 health, and he has no critical hit modules. He's just as effective right now.
Junior's ammo rack.
Junior's ammo rack.
T69 is so much bigger. If he's ammo racked, that's so much more than Bao.
And it still has not been repaired, just to let you guys know.
I believe that's like a 48, 49 second reload. That's going to be that much longer, twice as long, basically, for Junior. Red base is under attack. Simpletankers going to try to force Total Police to react in some way as Jay Smooth just barely over the line. In basketball, that would only be 2 points.
Yeah, but Bao does go down. Let's see who killed him. I believe that was Pub Whisperer in his WZ-132. It's the smart choice to go after him. If he misses a shot, it's no big deal. He can make the next one, and he does finish him off. So good job there for Simpletankers, finally finishing him off. They left him alone. That would have been a huge problem, which would have bit them in the behind.
Yeah, now Total Police is just trying to pressure Jay Smooth off of the cap, which he has done, and now tucked himself in a K0 position. Meanwhile, Junior has discovered Bubsky on their side of the map as well, and able to take it out. Although, Greetzer, can you confirm whether or not Junior still is ammo racked or not?
Yes, he is.
Oh my! So he must had to burn a kit, and he's not able to repair an ammo rack.
I wonder what he burned his kit on.
Well, he did take a couple of shots, and we probably won't ever really know. Jay Smooth is going to be cornered by Memory Leak, who hasn't forgotten that he's there. Jay Smooth will be shot out by Parrot 1. So now if we take a status check, currently we have Turtle Police down 8 points. Simpletankers has that advantage.
They have that advantage, yes.
Really
That's just fine. It happens. You know, you live in America, so that kind of thing. Yeah, it just slips out.
Has that advantage.
Yes, sir.
Now look at the positioning of the blue team over here. They know they're up 8 points. What do? They just hide out and defend their cap in a beautiful position. It's going to be so hard, near impossible, to actually aggress up into this position. They're just going to wait it out the 3 minutes and try to just maintain the 8-point advantage that they have. And let me tell you, I mean, I think they're going to do it. And if there is any aggression, which obviously there most likely will be, they're going to come out way, way on top.
Yeah, the blue team's position, I want to take a look at that. From what I can see of the minimap, that is a solid position. Trying to cross those train tracks could really hurt Turtle Police if they try to do that. You know, if Simpletankers gets good vision, spots someone out, they could just all peek up for a minute, get that kill, back down, and then, you know, Turtle Police, you have to decide if you want to continue going forward. Usually you don't.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the real big price that Bao has paid, as Turtle Police is now pressured to do something. This is battle number 4 once again. Simpletankers in a prime position to take the battle and end the series 3-1, as Turtle Police is now pushing up the 2 line once again to try and make something happen.
This is actually a really strong route to push upon. It's really hard to spot this, and if you do spot this, the few positions that a T1 could be hiding in, for example, are not places you could escape from. So if you attack up this 2 line, it's one of the most common routes to take if you're on the south, even if when you're on the north. to just pressure either side?
The spots have been made. Junior and Kiplanik.
Kiplanik?
Kill Panic, excuse me. Reading is hard, Rootkill.
Kapla.
Rating is hard. Memory Leak is going to try to lead the charge and get some vision for the shots. In fact, 4 members of Simpletankers has been lit for Turtle Police, and they're going to try to get a good a shot on it. Pub Whisper up on that hill trying to get some good elevation and maybe rain fire down, but still a minute 20 on the clock. It's there's still a lot of time for Turtle Police to make something happen.
Yeah, Pub Whisperer, even though he is on a raised position, he is at the same time a bit on a pedestal. If he wants to peek out, you have the option as Turtle Police to focus Pub Whisperer, and that could be the 8 points they need to tie this up.
I can't afford to miss too much either. Pub Whisperer whiffs right over the head of Pub Whisperer, over Akiyama. And now Memory Leak and Akiyama trying to get into a position. But just like you mentioned, Rootkill, this is a little bit of a tough dance that you have to do very
Tarho
carefully.
is pushing.
Tarho trying to get over the hill, wants to commit to it. And Derek gonna go for the flank. One member of Simpletanker drops. It's exactly what Turtle Police is looking, but Memory Leak is also in danger of dropping. He does. Akiyama trying to do something, but he is gonna be 3v1. Junior gets the double kill on his T69. Turtle Police down to just 16 tier points, 30 seconds remaining. And Parrot 1 wants to flank around for another shot, but the brawn, the strength advantage does go to Simpletankers as Enderus is going to get a good shot on Parrot 1. I believe he's tracked. Parrot 1 cannot go anywhere. Junior going in for the ram, and he gets the kill. A-Pyro tries to retaliate by taking out another member of Simpletankers, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as Simpletankers, with 8 seconds left to go, has a 24-8 tier advantage. Not to mention that A-Pyro is down to his last 70 health. The game is over. Simpletankers takes the match 3-1 in exciting concluding fashion.
Yep.